UndergroundHipHopBlog.com exclusive.
Think about the years I was raised back in the days when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore. If you're from the West Coast, you better know this. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I still wish I was a kid. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And all the girls say, I remember way back when. What back in the days? I'm still back in the days, but now the year is 87, 88. That's when my crew and I were in junior high in 7th grade. I hated school. No doubt I couldn't wait to get out. But let me finish this reminiscing and telling about when girls was spelling.
What's up? This is Pawz One representing Underground Hip Hop Blog. We're in Los Angeles, California. I gotta let my guest introduce himself.
Peace and blessings. My name is Ahmad. If you're from the West Coast, you better know who Ahmad is. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a pleasure to be here. UndergroundHipHopBlog.com. One love.
Peace. If I can't stop smiling, it's because I finally got to see him perform. It's been a long time, but the energy is still there. The vocals, everything is still there. And we're here for the premiere of your film. Am I right?
Just did a movie. It's called Good Meat Makes Gravy. My mama used to say, a good piece of meat will make its own gravy. And I took that to heart. I was like, philosophically, that means that what you are, it'll reveal itself over time. So if you made of good substance, you have good karma, it's going to show itself. And if you're a bad person and you do people wrong and you have bad motives, it's going to reveal itself. So good meat makes gravy like bad meat does not. And so this film is not about soul food, but it's about soul food. And it's about accomplishing goals against all odds. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's really dope. I wanted to ask you, being a fan of you as an MC, as a musician, I wanted to ask you what inspired you to get into film?
You know what? Film is actually a natural progression. I heard Ice Cube say if you can write a song, you can write a movie. And so I said, you know what? I'm looking for directors, because at first I was just going to do a video. But I was like, what can I do to flip the script? I'm singing more on this one. It's like mostly singing, actually, and then a little bit of rhyming. But I was singing on back in the day when that was me singing. So I always been singing. But as I get older, I'm like feeling the melody a little bit more. And I was going to do a video, just a straight up. But I was like, everybody does videos. What can I? So I said, I'm going to fuse the two songs together and make a cohesive film, hire actors, scout locations, do storyboards. And at first I tried to find a director, but people didn't see the vision. They're like, well, you're going to make a movie, but it's going to be 2 songs. And yeah, what you going to? I said, well, I'm going to just do that shit myself, you know. And it came out beautifully. I learned how to make a movie. And that's what Picasso said. If you don't know how to do something, do it. And that's how you learn how to do it. So word up.
Get your hands dirty. I wanted to talk about that. Going from the era of like where labels, handled a lot of the stuff, majority of the things. Now we're in the age of the internet, technology, and independent artists. So it's coming back into the hands of like a young Eazy-E, and like the technology is ours. It's there. If you have the ambition and you have the drive, I wanted to talk to you. How have you seen the change and the transition affect a lot of people, positive and negative?
You know what? If I would have had YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and when back in the day came out and when we were underground MCs just rhyming in ciphers and stuff, it would have been over. Because there's no excuse now. Like, if you have talent, put it out. Like, don't wait for any labels. Don't wait for any, and I guess I should look at, don't wait for labels. Man, like the labels are waiting for you. Like, they don't have content if you don't provide it. You have to know your worth. Like, when you go in there, don't go in there groveling and like, I'm so happy, sir, thank you, massa, for letting me. You go in there like, man, you wouldn't even turn on the lights if I wasn't providing what I do. So I didn't get paid a lot of money from back in the day. We were doing it, but now you can make one song and be a millionaire. But we did it because we had to do it. I had to rhyme. Just like I have to, you ask me why I make movies. I make art because I can't help it. like I have to express myself. It's my purpose in life, you know, whether I'm speaking, whether I'm writing books, whether I'm writing a rhyme, singing a song, doing a movie. I have to let people know how I'm feeling, because I feel like how I'm feeling is how a lot of y'all are feeling, and maybe you can make it through some tough times if I tell you how I made it over. So that's what I'm all about, you know.
I could definitely hear that in the music, the stuff you did, you know, tonight, the stuff from your albums. The singing is definitely on point. I wanted to talk about, you know, going from the indie thing. Back then, the only opportunity, the only outlet really on the West Coast was the Wake Up Show. And, you know, talking to Michael Myers, talking to Razkaz, talking to a lot of people, yeah, a lot of killers that came up on that show, Tech Nine included, you know, Eminem. A lot of people went through there, Biggie. So, I mean, what was the process like for you to, like, even get the opportunity to rhyme on a Wake Up Show?
I was headhunting. I'm not even going to lie to you. When I went to the Wake Up Show, it was gladiator mode. Like, I wasn't going to round. Like, you know, because cats, I come from the good life. You know, I was raised in the good life, Project Blowed, West Coast, like real underground. Like I made back in the day. That's what people know me by back in the day. But I was slaying fools before back in the day and after. I remember when we were touring with back in the day, I said, find the dopest MC. Everywhere we went, I said, find the dopest MC, and we battling. I want y'all to see what this West Coast is really about, you know. And like I didn't lose because I was coming off the top. Like I was so well trained from the Good Life and the Wake Up Show that it was like a school, honestly, man. Like you had the best of the best, Corrupt, Juice. Like I think on YouTube they have a clip of me and Juice rhyming, and that's some of the best freestyling you'll ever see. And it's not just because it's me; it's just because that's what we were committed to, man. Like we were 100%. Like all I did was rhyme. Like it seems unbelievable, but like all day, man. Like it's kind of hard to believe at this point, but it's like dedicating yourself like an Olympic athlete, you know. And we were just completely immersed and submerged in hip hop. It's a great time, you know.
That's beautiful, yeah. The Good Life, they definitely produced a lot of the. I mean, they're real influential, like throughout the world when it comes to hip hop. So, and you know, that's on the West Coast, and you guys definitely held it down for the West, taking it like coast to coast and then around the whole globe and representing properly without doing, you know, the whole gangster rap thing. You guys represented from a different angle. So one of the things I wanted to mention too was, you know, the whole education thing. And so I wanted to talk about the education background and how important you feel that is for anybody pursuing anything.
Well, I feel like it's going to be more doctors and lawyers and dentists than hit record makers. You'll go platinum in dentistry before you'll go platinum. So man, get your education. And it's not even about getting a job as much as it is about what you become. Everything you do in life is about not the destination, but the road. Like the journey determines what you become, and who you are is all you have. Because we're all connected, man. Like it's one spirit that permeates and operates in and through all of us. And so once you understand that, you're not competing, you're a creator, not a competitor. Like I don't mind you doing well because we're connected. And when I see you well, I'm inspired because the same spirit in you that helps you do well flows through me if I would open up and allow it to. If I would let go of the envy and embrace the love, it's nothing, the sky is the limit. And so education with me, man, I was on a road with my band, 4th Avenue Jones. It was a hip-hop fusion band. We toured the world, got signed to Interscope, did a few things. After the band disbanded, I said, I'm going to go back to school. I went to Long Beach City College, and I had D's and F's in high school. I didn't do well. I wasn't a good student, rapping all the time. I didn't have time to be studying. And don't do that, children. Go to school. Don't be like Ahmad. But I was rapping in class, you know, writing rhyme. And, man, I went back to school. I said, you know what, for the first time, I'm going to just do my best. I said, and wherever that takes me, that's where it'll take me. I ended up 2 years later being valedictorian at Long Beach City College. I transferred to Stanford University, which is like the Harvard of the West Coast. The year I got in, they only let in 20 transfer students. And that's from Oxford, Yale, Harvard, people transferring from everywhere. You got one black kid from Long Beach City College that made it. And I graduated, and so I'm writing a book right now called South Central to Stanford, and I'm actually doing an album just telling people how to realize your potential and that the sky is the limit. Not even the sky, man. You got space, and you got everything else. There's no limit to what you are able to accomplish, and it's not just rhyming. That same ability that I had with the microphone, I had it in my essays and my term papers. It's just the love of God flowing through us. And I don't say God in a limited Christian sense. I say God in however you see God, the oneness, the Tao that flows through everybody, man. So I love you, you love me. Let's build,
It's really dope. Yeah, the education is definitely key. I think a lot of people think that, they're going to write a song and make a YouTube video, get a couple 100,000 hits, and then, the rest is history. It's a wrap. I'm gonna go shopping for cars now, but it's yeah, right. I wanted to talk about your plans in the future, because I see you're still staying active. I'm familiar with some of the ghostwriting, some of the writing. Yeah, some of the writing. But I want to talk about the plans for the future in general, whether it be film, music, whatever, and the group, the organization you have as well.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for asking, because I've been writing. I did a song for Earth, Wind, and Fire, all the way from Earth, Wind, and Fire to LMFAO to Flow Rider. Been writing, just doing stuff. But I'm most proud of my organization. I started in Zimbabwe. I took a missions trip to Zimbabwe, helping orphans, feeding people. That's a big part of what motivates me to get back to the pinnacle, to get dough, is to go give it away, man. And when I was sitting by a river in Zimbabwe, I came up with the idea for an organization called We Clap, which is an acronym for We Change Lives, Attitudes, and Perceptions. And the entire focus, that's why I said I'm writing that book. I'm going to go into prisons, which I've already been doing, juvenile halls, Los Padrinos, Central. I've been there. Ask about me. I go and I talk to the people, but I'm going to go with the book and have giveaway copies. And I'm really just trying to get people to see, just plug into the source. God is in you. You are God. God is in you, with you, and all around you. They want us to believe that we can accomplish. And I'm going to tell you a story really quickly. There was a frog. They put him in a jar and put the lid on it. The frog jumped, and every time he hit the lid, pow, he would fall back down. Pow, he would fall back down. After a while, they took the lid off, and they didn't even have to have a lid on it, and the frog would only jump this high. Because from then on, he was afraid that he was going to hit his head. And that's what happens to us. We had a lid on us for so long that we jump and we say, I can't go past that. Man, why you talking white? You doing good in school? Why you acting white? That's the lid over your brain. All I can do is rhyme. That's the lid. I don't belong in owning my own business. That's the lid. And I'm trying to unscrew that, the little bit I can do, and get people to say, man, you want to write a book? Go write it. You want to make a movie? Make one. That's why I made one. You want to do an album? Go do it. You want to go to Stanford? Go. You can do it. You want to be valedictorian and you used to rhyme? Go do it. I know I'm preaching, but I'm telling y'all the truth. I love you. Word up.
It's Ahmad, living proof right here. You want to plug the movie, the film? You want to plug the new music, everything else?
And I'm not even plugging. See, I'm not even working. I'm supposed to be plugging. I'm so busy trying to kick the reel. That's real. But go to my website, weclap.com, which is WECLAP, weclapourhands.com. Find out what I'm doing. The movie's called Good Meat Makes Gravy. Like I said, I'm singing. I call my new sound Beautiful Soul for the people. It's a mix of hip-hop, pop, electronic, just everything thrown in like a gumbo. Just throw it all in the pot, mix it up. But really, man, I'm just all about the people, and I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just trying to spread love, you know.
Appreciate your time. I'm still smiling. It's hard to believe. This is Ahmad. My name is Pawz One, and this is undergroundhiphopblog.com. Peace.
Yo, peace and love. It's Ahmad, West Coast till I die, Universal, kicking it on the undergroundhiphopblog.com. Peace.
Undergroundhiphopblog.com exclusive.